Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Story Mode. Good news, the rain has stopped. It's a nice clear evening. Bad news, Thancred fell down. So we're kind of breaking even on the news today. Anyway, we better go look into that second thing. The rest of our conversation must wait. Let us hear the situation from Reen. Okay. Reen's face is a picture of worry. It happened after Alice and I saw the children back to Spagyrix. We chanced to meet Thancred there, returning from his mission. He'd been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Crystarium. And he was in the middle of telling us where he'd been when he just crumpled to the ground. The Chirurgeons are looking after him now, with Alphino standing by, just in case his healing magics are needed. Since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you, and the guard at the XIV told me where to look. I see. It cannot have been easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Come, let us hurry to Spagyrix. I will, good idea. Let's hurry. This is very high up, actually, and it's a lot of stairs, so... There we are. I'm here. I hurried. The infirmary is at your disposal. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you. Thought you might have something relevant to this to say, but okay. It appears our friend has already awakened. For that, at least, we can be thankful. Reen found you then. We had to send the children off earlier than planned, but they understood. I fear this bodes ill, and not just for Thancred. Thancred, shouldn't you be resting? Well, Thancred, why aren't you resting? They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. And all of this happened without warning? Not exactly. You will doubtless recall the time Urianger nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue. When his water-walking charm failed, he was tired, as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which, in retrospect, may have been a good idea. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since, but there was no actual fainting until now. As Alphino observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul has weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, Dermot, might I trouble you to make a trip to the source? In addition to looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you consult with Kryl about our plan. If she has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior to proceeding. I'm on the job. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elidibus's plot. Thus far, I've learned this much, that in each of the places he's visited, there have been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune. Beasts terrorizing settlements, blight-ravaged crops, you know the sort of thing. All of which serves rather conveniently to make Elidibus's call for new heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of his audience. And you think these black-clad strangers are Ascians? I do, and I fully intend to investigate further, though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. Gods know I've been itching to get out there for a while. Mayhap Urianger too can be prevailed upon to join in your efforts. He has already provided copious guidance on the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It is for Beck Loganai to wrestle with the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You will do no such thing. However heedless you are of your own well-being, if you care at all for Reen's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you're needed. Alphino and I will find Urianger. All being well, we will have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, Dermin. Thank you. Yes, you stay and rest. Or Alice will bop you. I know you cross the rift all the time, but please take care. Oh, it's so easy. Lest you misunderstand, I'm not averse to putting my feet up. It's being coddled like a brittle-boned nonagenarian that chafes. I think I said that word right. Who can say? Anyway, let's hop back over to the source. Cryals await. Tataru, guess who's back? I'll give you 2 hints. He's short, and he's me. Dermin! What excellent, awful timing. I am confused. You see, our friends, they've taken a turn for the worse. Cryals hardly had a moment's rest these past few days. She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. Oh, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist, and I haven't even bothered to ask you why you're here. So they think the spirit vessel will be ready soon, and they want to make sure there are no problems at this end. You'd better talk to Kryl. She's with the others in Dawn's respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, all right? Okay. It's good to see you, though. Dawn's respite's through that door. Lead the way when you're ready. Okay. It's a very portentous name for a side room. But okay.
Excuse us. This way.
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary, I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold, all of them, as if they were made of wax, barely alive at all. And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation. She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken. But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether. And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment. So come, let me hear your tale outside.
The mood in here is very somber and tiny indeed. Always happy to reunite the little tiny trio. As you probably noticed, we've put them in night clothes. I know they're not exactly asleep, but it seemed like the right thing to do. I've made them some new clothes for when they wake up, so they have to come back, and they will. What news from the first? I see. Work on the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul has weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in their ether, but it's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if we don't act soon. So if the Exarch is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon Allegan wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field. And I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it may be best if I go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patients. Well, make it quick then, I suppose. I don't need any of this, but thank you. Kind of you. And you're doing so much already. Judging by her sheepish expression, Tataru has a favor to ask. Dermin, could you spare a moment? While Kryl goes and finds this expert of hers, I mean? There's a gift I was hoping to send to our friends in the first, you see, and since we might be waiting a while, I wondered if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so now I'm going to make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen at the House of Splendors. Meet me there. Oh. Well, I'd better be off too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how our patients fare in my absence. Sounds good. We will reconvene shortly after I have helped Tataru with a something. Let's see, the House of Splendors would be up this way, and I can't be bothered to run up all those stairs. Anyway, friend. Thanks for the help. Haven't been seeing nearly enough of you lately. Anyway, kitchen. Yes, here we go. So, look at you in your little culinarian outfit. Perfection. There you are, Dermin. As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Kryl, I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job and that to keep our coffers full. I've even helped out with the Ishgardian restoration. And in the course of all this, my culinarian skills have come on quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. Ooh. There. Baked to perfection, even if I do say so myself. It's bread. It's bread. Smells great. Your cake looks like bread. It's pretty good. But let's be nice. It is bread. Or at least looks like it. But it does smell great. From one culinarian to probably at this point a better one. Good job. We should exchange recipes. Doesn't it just? It's called Archon loaf, in case you're wondering. And it's what they eat over in Charlian. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Kryle tells me it's a good source of ether. So it should lend them a bit of strength at least. There truly is nothing like the smell of bread fresh from the oven. Kryle. And if it isn't Rumbrew's too. Oh, hello. Haven't seen you in a bit. I trust you require no introductions either, Dermot?
Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. I confess I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I'll endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of certain Allagan technologies.
I've been keeping Rumbrew's apprised of events in the First. Suffice it to say, he knows about the Exarch. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it's him and his fellow sons.
Loath as I am to disappoint you after so glowing an endorsement, memory transference was the sole province of Allagan royalty, its mechanisms closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here, empty-handed as I am, the answer being, rather brazenly, to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Those of us who remained behind have yet to play our part, but when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope, in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done, and that he should follow his heart now.
Forgive me, but do you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself? Or to encourage him to hold nothing back?
That is for our friends to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed.
Well, there you have it, Dermot. If you would be so good as to see Rumbrew's message and Tataru's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report, of course. Kryle, before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving it a try? Just to make sure everything's as it should be? But of course, I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. Excuse me, Rumbrew's. As a fellow Charlian, may I trouble you for your opinion?
Well, I usually have mine with a good dollop of Roland Berry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. I see.
Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed, Tataru. Dense and unpleasant, exactly as it should be.
Just so. The very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Charlian, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who actually research the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such a gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon loaf was born, the creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough, all with nary a care for those qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that continues to defy description. Yet, for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied, and being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, nigh every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread, and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand.
I suspect just about every Archon could say the same. Having been away from home for so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste. But no, it is all too familiar. Now it takes me back.
If there's enough, perhaps you could spare some for the Exarch? He's certain to appreciate it.
Oh, there's plenty to go around. I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice. Dermot, when you deliver the loaf, please be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them we're doing everything we can, and that we'll be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back.
You got it. I will deliver kind words and bad bread.
Well, it sounds like it'll do them good anyway. And when everything's back to normal, I'll cook something for you too, Dermot. Gods know you deserve a treat.
I would happily eat Tataru cooking, though you've honestly made so many additions to my wardrobe. It really feels like you make plenty of things for me, I feel like. But I won't say no. Anyway, back to the first. I quite like that they involved Rambruz in this stuff. Given, the first time we met Grahatia way back in the day was during that Crystal Tower raid series where we were talking to Rambruz all the time. He was Grahatia's superior, boss. Easy to forget as far back as that was, but I like him sort of getting a brief scene or two in the proceedings. Feels right. Anyway.
Ah, you're returned. Good, good. There's much to discuss. The others are making their way hither as we speak.
Fantastic. Guess what I have? Welcome back, my friend. How was your journey? It was great. Who wants bread? Created by an Archon who devoted himself to the study of sustenance. This bread, infused with pulverized fish and vegetables, is extremely nutritious, assuming one can get past the taste. Eat hearty. I'll wait. By the 12, Archon loaf. However did you come by this? I'd swear it had come straight from Sharlayan. Rambruz said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread. But I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do of my own volition, and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censure of our friends, and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as you yourself did when faced with a similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in me, in what we do. But we were talking about your journey. Before the others arrive, I would hear how their bodies fare. Oh, and the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I've not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how unconducive they are to conversation. I think you're just trying to avoid eating the bread. But okay.
Forgive the delay.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black-masked minions who answer to the Red.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their cause.
Not knowing Elidibus set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
Well enough. You're all fine. You're in PJs. Time's not on our side, though. Things have taken a bit of a turn for the worse. I guess they are both saying functionally the same thing. Might as well be gentle with it.
Indeed. Heartening though it is to know we can stay a while longer, returning home must remain our priority.
This seems an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Have you made any progress?
We have, as it happens. One moment.
Ooh.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to the Allegans' mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects, notably, do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works, we shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting. The test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I would.
I see.
Oh, good. I was worried you were going to run off and I wasn't going to be able to check up on you. I'm sorry. I know it was childish to storm off like that. And probably to feel the way I do as well. Pull yourself together, Alice. You're doing fine. When our grandfather first decided to journey to Eorzea, Alice did not take kindly to my silence on the subject. Don't pretend to understand things you don't, she said, or rather shouted. Having oft been the object of her scorn, I am predisposed to sympathize with the Exarch, but I do understand how she feels. Better now than I ever did, certainly. It's stupid, but I've never really stopped to think about what would happen once the vessels were complete, and now... No, there's no point. I hope the test is a success. Truly. I, for one, support the Exarch's choice. To be alive is to be driven by a purpose, and few are as driven as him. Hast thou a moment, Dermin? I would speak with thee on the matter of the Exarch's mooted return unto the source. Thou wilt have observed that our friend spake not in certainties. Yet if Becklug hath the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence. And it is their assessment that, given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. Which is not to say the process is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. As thou thyself didst demonstrate in merging with Ardbert, however, there existeth an affinity twixt like souls, and this doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent travels have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its form of flesh. 'Tis a seemingly simple, yet complex problem. For nigh on a century our friend hath striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee. And to that singular end did he cast aside his very name, that he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make, but I thought it only right that thou be made aware of these truths. I appreciate the explanation, actually. It's quite nice. Very much appreciated. Lest there be any doubt, the Exarch hath long been aware of the possibilities he but recently unfolded to us. Wherefore he did refrain from sharing them until now, I cannot say. Thancred is eager to get to work. Okay. Right then. While the Exarch literally pours his own sweat and blood into his allotted task, it seems only fair that we attend to our own. Dealing with Elidibus and his minions. Just so. And there is one other matter. In light of our deteriorating health, Y'shtola should not be left alone at a niter. Might I trouble you to visit her, Dermin? See that all is well. I would go myself, but I think she might be safer in the hands of one less prone to collapsing. I am on the job. My thanks. You may leave the Asians to us. Once they're out of the way, we'll retire to Yulmore, and when Y'shtola has finished plumbing the depths, I'd like the two of you to join us there. If you are bound for a niter, I suggest you go via Venmont Yards. Our friends there will be glad to provide a boat for you. Let us be on our way then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Wait, I have a gift for you from Tataru. A delivery from the Source Kupo, courtesy of one Tataru Taru. Let's not overdo it. Have some bread. From Tataru, you say? Whatever could it be? Archon loaf, thou sayest? Why, even to hear the name doth transport me to times long past. Bread from another world. May I try some? Mayest thou, child? Thou must. That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I do nonetheless advise thee to temper thine expectations. Wiser words have never been uttered. Though it rarely darkened our dining table at home, I can attest that it was standard fare at the studium. Indeed, a slice was never far from our peers' hands. Alphino, you really are an unbearable snob sometimes, you know that? What I believe my colleagues are trying to say is that we appreciate the gesture. Tell Tataru we'll do our best to return before she's forced to seek further supplementary employment. She's probably going to seek it anyway, but I'll tell her. Right, let's really be off now. We can find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. Sounds like that's a good idea. Alphino, they're leaving you. See you, buddy. Okay, well. We've a Y'shtola to catch up with, and we will drag her from her nerdly tasks kicking and hissing if we must. We aren't actually going to do that. She would explode us with fire. Maybe we'll just ask politely instead. Oh, if it ain't the warrior of darkness himself. What brings you to these parts? Heading out to sea, huh? But of course we'd be happy to help. Just say the word and I'll ready a boat. Yes, please. How deep can this boat go, out of curiosity? I need to get to the bottom. Yes, of the ocean. Nerd! Oh.
Excellent. I had intended to speak with you alone. None of my doing, lest you misunderstand. The link between her body and soul wavers. I know not what you hoped to find here, but it will avail you naught to learn of our past.
Oh, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Can't stop me. Reviewing the records yet again. Really? You worry too much, Elidibus. This dedication to your duty verges on obsession. To think some thought you ill-suited for the role. How wrong they were. But come, turn your gaze outside the window, my friend. The rains have ceased, and we've been graced with another beautiful day.
It fades. Fades away into oblivion. Does the world no longer have need of me? No. I am Elidibus, and I will fulfill my duty. Sundered though you may be, you fought for the world's salvation. For hope. Hope. It swells within me, empowers me. Now I may carry out my mission. And yet, why do I yearn for this? Why do I struggle so?
Hey!
I shall take her into my safekeeping. If you want her back, you will do as I ask. Show me your strength. I would take your measure. I have prepared a suitable arena. You need but ride the flow of ether.
I didn't swim all the way down here just to be given more chores. Hey! Fine. Duty calls. At least we get to listen to the good music again. You are familiar with this place, I believe. This remembered Amarot. Proceed to the capital. I shall return your comrade to you there. I tire of your games. On the inside, I am still having a little fun. You speak as if you were disappointed in me. Why? I am your enemy, and you mine. Our goals are in conflict, and we are fated to clash. Or had you hoped that feigned sympathy and false understanding would cast your crimes in a less reprehensible light? That I would come to look upon you as a friend? You who have slaughtered my people, who would tear down everything we have built. You do not deny it, then? Very well. Let us change the cast of this trial. You will know what you have stolen from us. With the starting city NPCs. But do not imagine I crave remorse, only justice. Boy, we haven't heard that theme in a while. Forward, hero. We shall see how strong you've become. Okay. Let us begin. Rest assured, there are no tricks. You need but defeat the enemies before you. First, something easy. Those whom a budding hero might encounter at the beginning of his tale. And I believe I have the perfect subjects. It seems mean. Let not their appearance stay your hand. Beneath the facade, they are merely monsters. A little uncool. Yeah, okay. They do be fighting, though. Still mean. Uncalled for. All too easy, I see. But at least you now understand the rules. Thus will we make our way to the capital. That was in poor taste even for you. That appearances should unsettle you so. I was under the impression you simply destroyed all who barred your way. sparing nary a thought to the possibility that your foe could be someone's beloved. But come, we shouldn't dwell on the beginning when so much of your story awaits. I don't like how you say that. Well, at least they're not attacking outright. It's kind of actually nice seeing some of these faces again, though. Boy, remember when he wore double sunglasses? What a nerd. Every tale requires villains. Defeat them and claim your place as a hero. Oh yeah. Well, actual villains this time, that's at least a little better. Okay. Well done, champion of Eorzea. Well done. Onward, then, over the bloodied bodies of the fallen. You tasted many sweet triumphs, yes, but so too did you taste bitter tragedy. Who could forget the Crystal Braves? That idealistic, pathetic dream born from a malformed creature. Faces you know and loathe, all. Let your hatred burn and strike them down with all your might. If you insist. Yeah. Please no.
Sloppy.
I've heard quite enough of that from you already, thank you. With such ease yet again, you did always grow stronger with every battle. It seems it will take more than those monsters to leave an impression upon you. Or mayhap you simply fail to understand my meaning. Not that it matters. No, I have dealt with countless heroes, and always it ends the same way. No amount of reasoning will bridge our differences, will result in happiness for all. Whatever your reasons may be, I cannot be bound by them. I can but put faith in my own beliefs and fight for them with all my being. You're wrong. We can always strive for understanding, for compromise. Seems there's nothing for it but for us to fight. He knows this is a thing that I would say, probably. And I don't think there's really any convincing him. But then I don't know that I want to give him the satisfaction. Can't decide what would be more satisfying for him. Saying something that sort of proves him right about our about the ease with which we go to violence, or pushing back on it, which he will see as hypocrisy. I guess it's sort of lose-lose either way, huh? But I'll still make a case for it. How very naive. If you are willing to compromise on your beliefs, you all but admit that they are flawed. And I assure you, I have no intention of compromising on mine. Come what may, I will fulfill my mission as Elidibus. But enough talk. It is not your assertions that I wish to know, but your strength. Falsely accused of regicide, you fled for the snow-swept fields of Kurthis. I remember that. Had you and the Scions met your demise that day in the Sultanate, La Habrea might have been spared his. But not only did you stubbornly live, you hurled yourself into the thick of the Dragon Song War. Love both the musical changes And the snow coming in. It's very good. Darn, I love Shadowbringers. Swept along by the tide of events, you pursued and slew those who sought to stop the unending conflict. Just as you... Text goes too fast, buddy. Just as you were bid. Or was it a thirst for vengeance that drove you? Ah! Heaven's word. Please don't use Knights of the Round again. It takes like a full minute. This episode's long already, guys. Yep. Yeah, y'all are being a little bit more involved as a fight. A little bit. Good tunes, though. I trust you're beginning to limber up. Do keep up the fine form. Thank you. It's nice of you to say, but I'm still mad. Around heroes, people are wont to flock. People who harbor all manner of motives, each baser than the last. Come, let the curtains rise on the grand melee. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. The danger puddles are getting far more numerous. Emmerich, I know it's not actually you, but we don't hang out often enough lately. No more than they deserve. In the end, their hand of friendship was tainted with personal desire. Ah. Gracefelger. Hello. And you, Isel. It's been ages. You know what comes next. You put an end to the Dragon Song War. I did do that, didn't I? There's no saving your comrade this time. All you can do is cut off the serpent's head. I appreciate you're putting together a dramatic encounter here, Elidibus, but game designers have generally sort of moved away from the whole making you do a cruel, mean thing and then pointing at you and saying what a terrible person you are. I'm just saying this is very 2010. But I guess you are very old. Where'd you go? And as simple as that, 1,000-year war is brought to its conclusion. But every end marks a new beginning. And for heroes such as you, there's only ever conflict. But maybe there wouldn't be if you'd be a little nice... Okay, you left. How are you enjoying the walk down memory lane? I actually am enjoying it quite a bit, thank you. I dare say there will have been a few individuals for whom you harbor deep feelings, whose passing caused you keenest grief. That is what our people are to us. An irreplaceable existence that can ill be lost. I will save them. For they are my... Elidibus appears distracted. I don't sense that attacking you would do a whole lot of good. Never mind. We're not here to talk. Let us return to the task at hand. Emperor Solus had kindled an insatiable flame. Garlemald was its name, and it raged across the land, consuming all in its path. Following the trail of ash, you set forth for Alamigo and Doma into a storm of blood. Again you fought, and again you grew stronger, so strong that we could no longer control you. Yours is an unnatural, beastly strength, and we shall lay it bare. In order to gain a foothold in the liberation effort, you journeyed to far eastern plains. There you encountered the land's greatest warriors and sought to win them over to your cause. Yes, hello? I'm gonna fight you first. I feel like you're going to be the most trouble of these three. And 2. There we go.
Cannot be extinguished.
The strong are drawn to the strong. Thus did you gather new allies to your banner. Hello. Yet where ardent souls gather, so too do fires burn. In this way did you consign those around you to the flames. Burn them all, hero. Reduce them to nothingness, like the ephemeral dew they are. Hey! Hey! Whoa. You two are coordinated. Gonna have to take this a little more seriously. Okay.
Forgive me. I cannot fail. Not again.
You did not hesitate, or perhaps could not. No matter. Let us return our attention to the finale. Here we shall have a test between fellow beasts. It is only fitting, would you not agree? Boy, he would love this. When I fought you in the flesh, 'twas I who triumphed. Will you turn the tables this time? Yeah. Oh, boy. Ouchies. I better break these things. Yoips! Get to safety. Break more swords. He doesn't need this many. Ah. Goodness. Calm down. Is that all? Of the swords? Yes. Okay, bye. My creation appears to have lost its form. It is no easy thing to see through the eyes of a beast such as him. In any event, there's only so much to be learned by taking your measure this way. Let us try something different. Come, we continue this within. An impressive show of strength. But surely no more than a foretaste of that which Emmett Selk's conqueror is capable. Such might requires a fairer measure, to compare like with like. Yes. I shall just have to test you myself. Come on, Dermin. Show me what you can do. Fallen warrior Ardbert. You're probably not going to be a pushover, are you? Okay. I may not be the real Ardbert, but you do well not to underestimate me. All that made him the warrior he was, every battle waged, every blow swung, is part of my very being. So come, fight like you mean to take my head. Yeah. You have a lot of HP. Good, good. I sense your murderous intent. Aye, you'd kill me given the chance. Mayhap you think to recover this body. If so, prove that it's of no use to me. Prove that I can't best you with it. Come at me with everything you've got. I'm trying. Oh, boy. Okay. You're looking very warrior-y. Goodness. Excessive. Frey, help me out. He's being annoying. I see. You're a different beast from when you faced my creations. Very well. I'll transcend my very limits, and we'll see what you're truly capable of. What? Hold nothing back, for neither will I. No thank you. No thank you. Yeah? How many moves do you have? I have my answer.
You have grown stronger since last we fought. The result of your trials in the first, no doubt.
Have you finished?
Hey!
My apologies. I freed myself as soon as I awoke, but rather too late, I see. Now, Elidibus, if you have ceased trading blows, I would trade words with you. I have a theory, you see. One concerning that which you seek to accomplish. It stems from who, or rather what, you truly are.
A primal. The ancients created Zodiac to deliver the star from destruction. If the magic that brought him forth is the precursor of what we know as summoning, then Zodiac would have been instilled with a presiding desire. I found it among the records at Anida, and it came as no surprise. Were I faced with the world's destruction, I too would wish for the same. Salvation. I know that you sacrificed yourself to become Zodiac's heart. How you came to be separated from him is less clear. But if you are a fragment of his being, it stands to reason a desire for the world's salvation would drive you. And thus did you seek to inspire the masses to rise up as warriors of light, going so far as to use Ardbert as a symbol of hope.
Correct on all counts. Such is my nature, and such are my methods. I have aided heroes. I have made them. I have even become them. This served not only to strengthen me, but also to facilitate the work of my brothers, such as Emmett Selk, with his penchant for nation building.
Then you will be all too familiar with the fickleness of mankind. We change, we forget, and what little we do remember becomes twisted and fragmented over time. For which reason, you deem us unfit to carry on your legacy. But are you, yourself, free of these foibles? As the last witness of the final days, do you remember everything that was lost? Or even the things you cared about?
Get to the point.
A primal is shaped by the hope that fuels it. Even should this hope be something as simple as the world's salvation, it is the collective desire of innumerable disparate souls crying out for deliverance. Having drawn your strength from such a cacophony of voices, can you truly be sure you still speak with your own?
Your question is irrelevant. No matter how much I should change, no matter how much I should forget, I shall ever remember my duty. At times I stand with my brethren. At times I stand against them. All that I might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For Elidibus is my name and my mission, guiding my every deed. But enough talk. You have shown me sufficient proof of your might. As I am now, I would struggle to defeat you. Yet I have still to play all of my cards. If I could offer you some semblance of sport, your lessers would pose no threat to me. Would you not agree, warrior of darkness?
Well, glad to see you on your feet and okay. Thanks for the assist/save. It has been an eventful morning. If indeed it is morning. I've no idea how long I was unconscious. Regardless, I'm gratified to see that my efforts at Anadurh, thanks for saying that out loud, by the way, could have said that out loud many episodes ago. Might have saved me a lot of saying words wrong for a bit, but that's fine. My efforts at Anadurh have borne fruit. You've confirmed the nature of our foe and his plot. Now then, what news from the surface? I see. Then let us make for Yulmore at once. We have much to share with our comrades. Elidibus's parting threat not least of all. But forgive me. It would seem my belongings did not accompany me here. I'll need to retrieve them from Anadurh. With luck, the ethereal stream you traversed still lingers. I won't be long. Okay. Huh. Shiny. But boy, this one's gone a bit longer than I meant for it to. We will investigate the shiny next time. Thank you all very much for watching. And I will see you next time for some more Final Fantasy XIV story mode. Take care. Goodbye.